Tyrion is Tywin's son. Anything else would ruin their character arcs. I couldn't agree more with this comment. One of the popular theories in A Song of Ice and Fire is that Tyrion is actually the son of the Mad King. And I'm not here to say you're wrong if you think that. You're more than entitled to that. I'm just here to explain why I don't agree with that assessment. I agree with Jenna Lannister, Tywin's sister, who said to him that out of all of his children, Tyrion is the one that is actually most like Tywin. And that hit a nerve, like to the point where Tywin and his sister didn't speak for months. Tywin has a laundry list of reasons to despise Tyrion, ranging from the death of his beloved Joanna giving birth to Tyrion's physical stature, to Tyrion and Tysha. Tywin knows that Tyrion is smart and that he probably gets it from his father. I think it's one of those situations where you see a bit of yourself in somebody and that can either bring you closer or it can be a real dividing line. It could push you further apart. And I think that's what's happened. To see parts of yourself in someone that you also see as the embodiment of everything you hate, that is the thing that Tywin cannot get his head around. I think it all ties into Tywin's ego and pride. I also think that Tywin knows that because Tyrion is smart, his usual tricks don't work with Tyrion. He can't pull the wool over Tyrion's eyes. Not in the same way that Tywin can do it with Cersei and Jaime. I also think Tywin has daddy issues of his own that reflect in his parenting. If I was to believe that the Mad King had fathered any of these three, I'm going with Cersei and Jaime only because Cersei is displaying Mad Queen tropes. I think for Tywin, Tyrion is his punishment. It's what you get for having too much pride. Tyrion is a humbling moment for Tywin. It triggers his insecurities, people talking about you behind your back, people sniggering, laughing at you, thinking that there is a weakness, a crack in the Lannister armour. I think Tywin would prefer Tyrion to be an absolute moron, like a total idiot. But the fact that Tyrion is smart and intelligent, that is the thing that pisses Tywin off. He knows he's seeing himself in his son. Because Joanna died so young when Tyrion was a newborn, Jaime and Cersei were, 5, 6 years old? The bulk of the parenting, that was Tywin. He raised these kids into the adults that they became. The fact that Tyrion is so smart and so quick-witted and sharp, that annoys Tywin because he would prefer it not to be the case. And then he could just write Tyrion off. I think if you take away these dynamics from this situation, I agree with this comment, it ruins their character arcs. In Tywin's eyes, Tyrion is the constant thorn in his side. It never occurs to Tywin that he's gotten this completely wrong and that his idea of being a parent is totally twisted. Because it didn't have to be that way. They could have had a better relationship, but Tywin was not prepared to let that happen. I also think that if Tywin had any inkling of the possibility that Tyrion could actually be the son of the Mad King, he would act upon that and Tyrion would not exist anymore. Those are my thoughts anyway.